now have a verdict and an update on former DeRidder, Louisiana Mayor Misty Roberts. Yes, she was found guilty and will be sentenced next month. We also have new shocking details on what exactly happened the night of the encounter with her victim. And what did Misty Roberts tell her victim after the encounter? And will Misty Roberts serve jail time? Let's find out right now. Wednesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne-Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carrico, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne-Marie. And as always, thank you all for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday evening as we discuss another true crime case. How are y'all doing on this Wicked Wednesday evening? Thank y'all once again for joining me tonight. I hope y'all are all having a great evening and a great week so far. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. This case with former Mayor Misty Roberts is crazy. I'm hearing more and more details every single day, and it's just shocking me. It is completely shocking me when I hear what this former mayor did to her victim. It's just crazy. As a lot of you may know or may not know, we now have a verdict. Just 2 weeks ago on March 3rd, former Mayor Misty Roberts was found guilty and she will be sentenced next month in April. Misty Roberts was born and raised in DeRidder, Louisiana. DeRidder, Louisiana is a small town not far from the Texas border. Misty is a 2000 graduate of a high school in DeRidder, so this was her hometown. The whole town loved Misty. In 2018, Misty was the first female mayor to be elected in DeRidder, Louisiana, which is a huge honor for Misty. She was reelected in 2022. However, in the summer of 2024, Misty Roberts resigned as mayor of DeRidder, Louisiana. Just days later, Misty Roberts is arrested. And why is she arrested? For having an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old boy, her son's friend. Let me repeat that. Misty Roberts, former mayor of DeRidder, Louisiana, had an inappropriate relationship encounter with her 16-year-old son's friend. Yes, y'all heard that right. Shocking, shocking. This is a 41-year-old woman at the time. Misty Roberts is charged with third-degree SA and contributes to the delinquency of a minor for allegedly buying alcohol for a minor. In the summer of 2024, former Mayor Misty Roberts was having a pool party at her home with her 2 teenage kids and their friends. Now, according to several reports, Misty's kids were around 16 and 14 years old, a son and a daughter, and she wanted to have a party with her kids and all of their friends, which is harmless, right? Well, according to prosecutors, there are text messages from Misty to her son asking her underage son what he wanted to drink, meaning alcohol. Now, a lot of y'all may be saying that's her son. She can do whatever she wants with her son. If she wants to buy her son alcohol, that's on her, whatever. However, I'm not going to be buying my son alcohol with several other children there at a pool party at my house. I'm a parent, I'm an adult, and I'm the mayor of the city. I am definitely not doing that. That was a very, very juvenile decision on Misty's part. That was a huge no-no, and right there, that's a crime. You cannot buy alcohol for a minor. Now, let's get into some details about the night of the party. Misty's 16-year-old victim arrived at the party with no alcohol. He did not have any alcohol, according to several people. Another teen that was attending the party looked at him and said, "Hey, there's the fridge. You can have some alcohol." And the victim said, "Oh, really? Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's for all of us." So the victim starts drinking. He's 16 years old. He starts drinking alcohol. Witnesses say Misty was extremely intoxicated. She was wearing a bikini. According to prosecutors, there are pictures of kids drinking, Misty in her bikini, flirting with the victim. Then the victim says he becomes really sick. He was drinking a lot at the time, probably trying to catch up. And he said he started feeling dizzy. He started feeling weird, started feeling sick. He actually threw up. And according to several witnesses, Former Mayor Misty Roberts knew that all of these children were drinking alcohol. I don't know if it was all of them. I don't know if it was some of them. I don't know what went down at the party. I wasn't in the courtroom. But according to witnesses, Misty knew that these underage children were drinking alcohol at her home. At some point during the night, Misty Roberts begins flirting with the teenage boy. She's dancing with him, winking at him, telling him how good he looks. Now remember, this is a 41-year-old woman. This is her 16-year-old son's friend that she is flirting with, dancing with, winking, saying how good he looks. I mean, she's just on a whole nother level at this point. Then all of a sudden, the two begin making out and kissing by the pool. How brazen is she? How brave is she to start making out with a teenage boy at her home by the pool in front of all of these children? I mean, that's just crazy to me. What is wrong with her? You're committing a crime just by being with this boy, and then you're going to go and you're going to do this in front of everybody by the pool? So finally, she tells the boy, hey, I don't think we should be doing this, at the pool in public. You think? Really? You shouldn't be doing this at all. I don't care where you're at. You shouldn't be making out with a teenager by the pool anyway. That is when the teen says he told Misty, well, let's go inside. Misty agrees. They go inside. So while they're inside, Misty tells him, hey, listen, if anyone asks what we're doing inside, tell them that I took you inside to cool you off from all the flirting. Really? You're gonna put that on him? That's what you're gonna tell this teenage boy that is extremely intoxicated? You're intoxicated as well. You are the adult in this situation, and you're gonna tell him, hey, if anyone asks, you came inside so you can cool off from the flirting, when she's the adult. She's the one that was flirting with this kid. That's her son's friend. She shouldn't be doing that. She shouldn't be alone in a room with this boy, telling him all this stuff, flirting with him. She even asked the boy, hey, what made you choose me? He tells her, well, I could tell you've been flirting with me all night, so I just figured that you liked me. He didn't know what to say. This is a kid. But Misty Roberts wanted to be with this 16-year-old boy, even though she knew that it was a crime. But of course, that is not what happened. Misty did not bring the boy inside to cool him off. She brought him inside to SA him. According to the teen, the victim, he says that he took Misty's top off and Misty took down his pants. And that's when 41-year-old former mayor Misty Roberts SA'd the 16-year-old boy. And it is definitely SA. Definitely. No matter if it was consensual, no matter what happened. This is a minor, a 16-year-old, and Misty was 41. This is not consensual. This is definitely SA on a child. The teen says he was dizzy, he felt sick, he put his hands on the couch, he closed his eyes. He said his eyes were barely opened. He said he couldn't feel his body while it was happening. It just felt weird. He said when he finally realized what was going on, when it was finished, he told Misty to get off of him. And that's when Misty looked at him and saw a phone. She saw a phone outside of a window. Now, I don't know what was going on, but according to witnesses, Misty's nephew and her 2 children were watching the encounter. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I don't know about y'all, but I wouldn't want to see my own mother or aunts in that situation. But maybe the children were just so shocked if this really happened. Maybe they're like, is my mom really doing this? And they looked in and saw this. I don't know what went down. But according to several witnesses, Misty saw the phone and saw that people were watching this encounter. When the authorities wanted to see the nephew's phone, because there was a phone out from the nephew said that he deleted his Snapchat history, had no photos or no videos of the encounter. The teen says that Misty started yelling at her son. Some kind of argument broke out, and Misty told her 16-year-old son, go fight him. He's your friend. He's the one that did it. And the friend was like, Misty was trying to get the son to go fight with him, blaming him instead of blaming herself. So the victim says he went to his truck to cool off. to take a breath, to realize what just happened. What did I just do? What's going on? Misty wants her son to fight me. I thought we were friends. Well, Misty's nephew comes to his truck and says, you know what, dude? What you did was kind of messed up, but it's her fault. These are children knowing that this woman was the adult and she is the one to blame, not the teen, not the victim. And as we all know, Misty Roberts DoorDashed the Plan B pill, aka the morning after pill. And according to prosecutors, the victim's mom texts Misty Roberts saying, "Are you pregnant?" She says no, that she was on birth control, and that screenshots were sent out. And that's when someone suggested that Misty take the morning after pill, Plan B, which Misty Roberts DoorDashed. Now, I'm going to pause right here. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know who took screenshots. I don't know if it was the victim's mom. I don't know if it was Misty Roberts. I'm guessing it was Misty, but I don't know. But if Misty took these screenshots and sent them out to people between the victim's mom and her, why would she do that? Why would she tell everybody what she did? Why on earth would she tell people that she essayed a 16-year-old boy? I would be losing my mind. I would be hiding under a freaking rock before I would do that. This is terrible. But Misty just seems like she had all this power. Nothing gonna happen to her. Nothing's gonna go wrong. Everything's just gonna be pushed under the rug. No. Too many witnesses. Everyone saw it. The victim told people. And Misty texted her children, "Lie till you die." Now, you know what? These are children. These are minors. These children were probably scared. They're confused. They supposedly watched this encounter between their mother and a teenager. Of course they were scared. And the little girl, Misty's daughter, told the jury and the judge that she saw her mom and the teen on top of each other. So she's already gone through enough. And then the victim's ex-girlfriend's new partner texted him, "You couldn't tap that, so you tapped the mayor?" And the victim responded, low-key disrespectful, "Yeah, I tapped that too," talking about the mayor. So everyone knew about this encounter. And on August 1st, 2024, former Mayor Misty Roberts was arrested. And just 2 weeks ago, on March 3rd, 2026, Misty Roberts was found guilty and she is facing up to 17 years in prison. Her sentencing is next month in April. She also has to register as a sex offender for the rest of her life. But the big question is, the number one question is, will Misty Roberts receive jail time? We've seen it with Deborah LaFave. We've seen it with the first time Mary Kay Letourneau. She didn't get jailed the first time. She got jailed the second time. But what I want to know is Misty Roberts going to go to jail or not? Now, in my personal opinion, I do believe that Misty Roberts should receive jail time. And as y'all all know, this is a very small town in Louisiana, DeRidder. So everyone probably knows everyone. And the thing is, this teen will always be attached to this crime. He will always be known as the victim to Misty Roberts. So everyone can't get away from this. This is going to go on for the rest of his life. And Misty's two children, I feel for them as well because they are attached to Misty Roberts. They are in the middle of all of this stuff. And these are young children. Misty put all of these people's lives at risk because all of these kids are scared and confused and didn't know what was going on. The victim, the nephew, her two children, the children at the party, these are minors that Misty put in harm's way, and you don't do that. I couldn't even imagine testifying now as an adult, but could you imagine as a child to get up on the stand and have to look at your mother while you're testifying, knowing that your mother could spend decades in jail? I mean, I cannot even imagine what these two children are going through as well as the victim. It is just scary. And get this, according to prosecutors, Misty Roberts isn't the only sex offender in the family. Just months after 41-year-old Misty Roberts was arrested, her 39-year-old brother, Brandon Lee Roberts, was arrested for SA and sexual battery. Misty Roberts' brother, Brandon Lee Roberts, is accused of essaying a teenage girl and essaying a young woman. Brandon allegedly essayed the victims on multiple occasions over 3 years, starting when the victim was only 13 years old. Brandon Roberts allegedly essayed and attempted to essay, sexually battered, and requested images from the victims. As of now, Brandon Lee Roberts has no bond and remains in jail. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is, I do believe that Misty Roberts should receive jail time. I don't think she should go on probation, house arrest. I think she needs to go to jail. I think her brother needs to go to jail if he did in fact commit these crimes. These two people are sick. And I cannot believe this happened. This is a child that Misty Roberts essayed. No matter what, no matter how she looks at it, this wasn't consensual. This was a child, if that child is under the age of 18. And Misty Roberts should know the consequences. Yes, she may have thought she was powerful. She was the mayor. There was no consequences. Everything was going to get shoved under the rug. No, this was in fact a crime, and she needs to serve jail time, in my personal opinion. And I want to leave y'all with this. I know y'all hear me say this all the time. And it's pretty sad I have to say this, but there are so many monsters in this world. No matter what a child looks like, no matter how they sound, no matter what they know, no matter what they don't know, no matter how mature they are, a child is a child if they are under the age of 18. It is not consensual. They are a child, and it is a crime. It is a crime to have an inappropriate relationship with a child, no matter what they look like, no matter how they sound. I'm going to tell y'all a story. When I was in the 8th grade, I was looking for my geometry class, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Well, I asked this kid. I thought he was an adult. This guy looked like he was 25 years old, and he was an 8th grader. So there are kids out there that look like 20-year-old adults, but they're not. They are children. So always remember, it is wrong to have any type of inappropriate relationship with a child under the age of 18. I hope y'all liked today's video. I hope that y'all like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings, and always know that I'm here for each and every one of y'all. I will see y'all next week with more Cajun Crime Queen videos. And as always, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all all for the love and support. And for you, I am truly grateful. Y'all have a good night. Bye.